Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Victoria and I am talking about relationship issues, parenting and just general life nonsense, I guess. And today's video is about violent partners and why it's irresponsible of you to stay in an abusive relationship. So this is my bigger mic. I guess I might talk more about it in the future if someone asks if they're interested. And I got a longer cable. I found it somewhere in the house. I have a lot of random nonsense in my house. So anyway, when you get into a relationship with someone, sometimes they're going to hide their less attractive characteristics. Like if they're violent, they're going to obviously pretend that they're nice. They will be shocked at news of violence and such. And if they're selfish, they're going to lie to you that they are the most selfless people on earth. If they're narcissistic, they're going to pretend they're angels, etc. You know the drill. So this video is about violence, and it's something that I experienced in my last relationship, and I'm still dealing with the consequences, which is why I decided to talk about it today. So staying in an abusive relationship, it doesn't matter if you're a male and your wife is abusive, or you're a female and your husband is abusive, or you're female and your female partner is abusive. It really doesn't matter. If you're living in a house with someone, they need to respect you, and part of respect is not beating people. Like my nanny likes to say, nowadays even cattle don't get beaten, so why are human beings beating other human beings, especially when they're adults? So it's irresponsible of you to stay in an abusive relationship, because if you don't have kids, staying in an abusive relationship is giving the abuser power. It's letting them know that they can keep abusing you, and it doesn't matter the relationship, their abuse. It doesn't matter the reason why they're physically, verbally, emotionally, spiritually abusing you. They'll just keep doing it, and you never know when they're going to cross the line. You might wind up dead, in a mental situation. It's just going to be something that you could have stayed out of, but you kept going down this dark path. And it's worse when you have children. Give me a minute, please. I'm trying to... Hey, so apparently I thought I pressed record, but I didn't, so I have to redo the whole second part of my video, and I hope I get it right. So as I was saying, staying in an abusive relationship with your spouse is going to degrade your children's esteem. It's going to damage their respect in themselves and in other people, probably one or both of those. It's just going to create problems for future people. And why will you do that unless you're a really evil person at the bottom of your heart? Because sometimes being a victim, there's a reason it's called playing a victim. Like if you have the power to make a decision, it's important to just make that decision. You're going to be better off than if you didn't make it. And in this case, and by the way, I need to make a disclaimer at this point. I'm not advocating for people to leave their relationships, like just abandon the people they've grown up around and with. If you feel that there's a chance to solve your relationship issues, then work on finding a solution. But if you feel that where you're standing at is like the end of the road for you, then really just leave. What are you waiting for? So if you stay in an abusive relationship and you have kids, you're going to show them that it's fine to disrespect you. It's fine to just push you around. You're going to let them know that it's fine for them to be pushed around in the future, or they can push other people around. which really isn't fair when you think about it. So it's there's a lot, honestly, there's a lot about this, but I unless you're a psychopath, you have to know what's right and what's wrong. If your heart of hearts tells you that there is a problem and it can't be fixed, sometimes you're the problem. So if you get to a point where you feel like nothing's moving at all, then maybe step back, take a step back, evaluate yourself, evaluate your partner, find out if you need to work on yourself, if your partner needs to work on themselves, if you can work on your relationship together. Because, like, I always believe you're going to be better off in a relationship if you can be happy by yourself first. Otherwise, if you're unhappy, you're just going to carry your issues to someone's poor child, and you might aggravate their own issues or create issues where there weren't any. So yeah, I think I had talked about the law of humanity or something like that being written in people's hearts. Like when Moses broke the tablet with commandments, God said that, okay, that's enough of this nonsense. Now I'm going to write the law in your hearts, so no one will have an excuse that they didn't know. Like when you do something that's wrong, you automatically know. So even if someone provokes you to do something bad, you have the option of doing something bad or walking away. And what you choose is your choice. No one can make that choice for you. Even if someone is provoking you into violence, you can leave them and be the bigger person. And if you are the one who's provoking someone into violence, honestly, why? So I think I've lost a lot of content when I wasn't recording because I was just rambling and not looking at what I was doing. But I believe I've captured today's essence of the video. There's no reason why you need to stay in an abusive relationship. I don't know if I mentioned this in the first part, but even donkeys have rights nowadays. They are not randomly being beaten. So why are you staying in a relationship where you're getting beaten and hurt as a human being? Like, I'm not victim shaming either, but do better, please. Love yourself, respect yourself, value yourself, and when you do that, that's how you're going to teach someone else how that's what you need. They need to do when they're with you. And I believe I'll make another video getting into depth about narcissists, manipulation, and the rest of that nonsense that's just rife in relationships. I'm not sure if it's common nowadays or if it's just more talked about. I suspect it's the latter. So anyway, I'm here to talk about my experiences, my observations, and general nonsense. And this is where I'm going to end today's video. I hope that my new mic is helping with the audibility. And like, share, subscribe. I hope to see you back again. Patricia Offgrid, thank you. Clarice Uera, thank you. And I'm hopeless. My third subscriber. Thank you so much. I'm going to give you a shout out tomorrow, I promise. And if my videos are helpful, let me know in the comments if you have any input. Comments, corrections. I'm human and I'm sure that I make a lot of mistakes, but I like to think that I'm mature enough to accept when I'm in the wrong and maybe correct myself. So yeah, I'm open to criticism. I'm open to your comments. Whatever you have to share, just let me know in the comments, and I'm definitely going to respond because right now, clearly, there's not much going on in there. Otherwise, stay safe, make good relationship choices, watch out for your children, don't damage them. Even if you were damaged, that's no excuse to damage another human being. Just please be decent out there. And I hope to see you in next time's video. So goodbye and thank you.